Welcome to the DZ Report. Don't you know I love haters? Love all you little bastards. Love you bastards. Man, I got to go see the Ballerina and it was fuego. So if you got a chance, go watch that beach. Like, that thing was hitting. Basically, you know, we start the story with a different character. This time they did a girl. You know, her pop. Well, this is spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, then jump off now. She basically lost her pops. Her pops was supposed to unalive himself in order for her to live, but he lied to them and didn't give them her location. But you know, she was spooked. She said something, so that's when he popped them, and then he got hit in the stomach. They got out of the house. She practically was an orphan. That's when people of the family that he was working for before, or her mother was with, you know, they took her in. They trained her to be this assassin, or trained her to be this weapon, you know, basically showing you how John Wick came up. And then of course you got John Wick appearing, which was, I like how they had him come into the movie. They didn't really try to make the focal point all about him. You know, they made it about the gal. You saw her grow up. You saw her have that cold look in her eyes because her pops was finna get popped earlier before he actually did get popped. She popped somebody, unalived them, and she just had a cold look on her face. So she already had it in her, because then you saw what's his name? What's my guy's name? Yeah, you saw Wick. You saw John basically said, "You have the look in your eye. If you want to leave, just leave out the front door." I'm like, man, man, Keanu Reeves one-liners are like the best. And then she was going after the people who unalived her dad. Turns out that they raised kids up from a young age into assassins, or wet work people. As you know, in movies they use that, or code name for assassins. You know, the organization that she was training under was practically the same, so they were being hypocrites. That's why, like, when she got in front of the guy who unalived her father, you know, she realized it, that everybody's after. And then a lot of action, a lot of headshots, a lot of fighting. I liked it how they had her like struggling with fights, and she still managed to win the fight. But her being a girl / young woman, you know, it had to be realistic. You couldn't just have her just whoop everybody's ass and then it's like, all right, whatever. Nah, that don't work that way. So she did a great job. I don't know the names. I forgot the names. I just loved how the movie was flowing. John Wick, of course, he was sent to take her out. So, because they made a deal. If you watch The Continental on Peacock, which was a great show, by the way, that was the origin of Winston and how he became the concierge, or whatever you call him, the owner of the hotel, or the Continental. And then, of course, if you saw all the John Wicks, all 4 of them, like if you saw all 4 of the John Wicks, you know, you already know what's practically going on. Non-stop action. You will love this movie. It's 4 stars out of 4. I love the pacing. I love how everything was action, but I love when it would be a scene leading into the action. It took your little time away. You got to see some things. Then that's when they got into it. Then one scene which was dope was when she unalived everybody on the top floor, and she ended up being downstairs, and that's how she figured out the mark on the person who she beat up down there. And then as she tried to take off, truck just came and boom, hit her. and knocked her like all the way back, and then that's when you got the gunfire scene and the fighting scene. Man, you know, it was dope. The John Wick part where he was sent to take her out or stop her or tell her to go. Don't spend her time fighting with that person, because the lady who trained her that she calls mom, like the person who trained her called mom, she made a deal with the guy. That's when John Wick came in. John Wick helped her. I love the scene with the flamethrower. They did the flamethrower. They were having a flamethrower battle. That shit was fire. That shit was fire. The motion, how it was going, man, it was on point. Like, I digged it, loved what it was doing. It was refreshing to watch a movie. This was way better than the Mission Impossible joint. Like, way better than the Mission Impossible joint. Like, way better. Like, this movie, like, you couldn't take your eyes off it. If you had to go to the bathroom, you held that shit. Now, when a movie has you hold your going to take a leak or take a shit, man, that's a great movie. That's a great movie. So I had to hold my leak, and then once the movie was over, went to go take a leak. Man, beautiful movie. Love the action, love the scenes, love how the scenes transition from one scene to another. Because that's the one thing about Mission Impossible that I hated compared to Ballerina, is that it was slow as hell, but it was certain scenes that you felt should have been sped up. And this one, you know, the scenes were done correctly. You didn't spend a long time on a scene. I feel like if you spend way too much on a scene, then you're gonna lose the nuance of what the whole movie stands for. That's why I couldn't really get into what I call that movie. That's why I couldn't really get into Mission Impossible 5, excuse me. Or 7. I think it was 7, because I saw 1, 2, 3, and 4. It was, 5 and 6 I didn't see. So it was MI7. So I missed out on 5 and 6. I got to go back and watch them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and watch all the Mission Impossibles. And I'm going to talk about all of them and then go over 7. So I can have an idea of what happened again. Because it's been so long. When you ain't seen a movie in like a long time, you forget. I got to go back and watch all the John Wicks and the Continental after watching Ballerina, because a scene they took out of one of those John Wicks, I don't know if it was 1 or 2. I think it was John Wick 1. They placed her. I remember, I believe she was in that scene, but we didn't know who she was. And she asked him a question and talked to him. And I think they talked during that scene. I got to go back and watch that part, because I think this takes place at that part. So this was dope, man. 4 out of 4. Way better than Mission Impossible. The transition, the cut scenes, the popping off scenes were incredible. The camera angles, the way it was shifting when people were letting that thing fly. Y'all know what I mean? That thing was going in. I'm like, shit. It was some pistols on there I want to go buy. I'm probably going to buy a few of them. Because they looked raw as hell. I'm like, ooh, that bitch will look good right on top of my bed. Right up top of my bed. For real. Want to get that automatic they had on there. That boy looked like he got a nice little recall. You know what I'm saying? So y'all ought to check it out. Please check it out. Go hard. One of the best movies I could say is out. You know, one of the best ones out. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to those, but it was a good movie. Well, this was a great movie, but the Mission Impossible, that was a bad movie. Like, when you watch this movie and you just watch Mission Impossible, you're gonna be like, damn, man, I should have just came and saw this shit. Like, straight up. Like, straight up, that's what you wanted to do. I'm waiting for that Bleach to come back. I'm going to try to watch that Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger got a show out. It's in the 2nd season. Why the hell y'all ain't telling me that? A-Dub, if you watch this shit, I'm mad at you. You should have told me about Arnold got a show out. Now I'm lost. I don't know what the hell going on. But yeah, I gotta talk on my other channel. I gotta talk about this Dewana Bonner bullshit. This dumbass went all the way over there to Indiana for what? I have no idea. But yeah. Loved it. Movie was great. I liked how cold she was, and then at the end, I like how she had a bounty put on her head because she unalived somebody of I believe, an important family or somebody in that network. So she had to be on the run. I think they made it for like $4 million or something. Shit was ridiculous. I want to see where they go from Ballerina 1. I want to see if they're going to make another one or they coming out with a show where her and John Wick click up. Like, I want to know what's going on. Because this shit was good. It was a great concept. And if you're a person who didn't see the John Wick series, if you actually watch this, because the movie is done so precisely and done correctly, you're gonna fall in love with this movie because it's just a great movie. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Please hit the like button. I'm gonna be talking about movies and TV shows on this channel. Because I don't want to talk about it on my main channel because it messes up the algorithm, and I'm in the algorithm for talking women's sports. When football season come, I'm trying to figure out how the hell am I gonna get back in the algorithm. I'll see. I got the music coming out soon. I'll let you guys and gals know. So thank you for listening. And subscribe if you're new here. Hit that subscribe button and hit select all so you can receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys and gals do love what you hear, you can cash at me on this. It's in my description box. You can cash at me, or you could go to my other page, and y'all will find it. Y'all know what it is. I'm about to come up with a 3rd channel. Probably is going to be talking about strictly news, just talking about the news and what's going on in the world, give you my thoughts. And then the Patreon, I'm probably going to update the Patreon in a few days because I want to talk about some things to y'all, tell y'all what's going on out here. But yeah, like I said, share the page to all your platforms. Please share it. Like I said, the Ballerina, make sure you go check it out. 4 stars out of 4. So far, it looks like the movie of the year, but I don't watch a lot of movies like that. My brother Cino do that. Make sure you go holler at him on Screen Fiend. Like, he watch mad movies. And then Intelligence Cycle, holler at my brother Intelligence Cycle. He watch a lot of movies too. They watch everything, horror films. I don't really do horror. If I do watch horror, it depends on what it is. But I'm just not going to be watching some crazy shit. I'm going to let y'all know now. But we're going to have fun over here. And like I said, if they give me a strike on my other channel, I usually be over here. But I'm gonna try to come up with a 3rd channel so I can just talk about different things. So thank y'all for listening, man. And we're having fantasy football. If you want to sign up, email me. My email's in the description box. Email me your email, and then please cash at me the $30. If you don't cash at me the $30, I will not send you the link through the email when you send me an email. All right, so let me know. Holla at me. I am out. This is the DZ Report signing off. Peace.